Assalam-u-Alaikum. Our today video topic is American Foreign Policy Model. Foreign policy is very important for any sovereign country who wants to maintain good relations with foreign neighboring countries. अगर आपकी foreign policy well crafted हो, then it will lead to prosperity, peace and harmony. लेकिन अगर आपकी foreign policy में errors हो, defects हो, biasness हो, then definitely it will lead to conflict and war. American foreign policy is a very dynamic type of foreign policy जो कि depend करती है both changing situation of states external environment and socio-political situation of USA system as well. America's president over the executive branch and Congress over the legislative branch responsible हैं foreign policy making के लिए. प्रेसिडेंट ट्रीटी साइन करते हैं, एम्बेसडर्स को अपॉइंट करते हैं, सेक्रेटरी ऑफ स्टेट को अपॉइंट करते हैं. ही और शी also serve as commander in chief and also serve as chief of diplomat. While Congress play a very large role in developing foreign policy, both houses, House of Representatives and Senate के पास dedicated committees हैं foreign affairs के लिए, especially Senate के पास. कांग्रेस ट्रीटीज कंफर्म करती है, वॉर डिक्लेयर करती है, फंड्स प्रोवाइड करती है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल रिसेंटली बाइडेन हैज़ डिमांडेड $33 बिलियन फ्रॉम कांग्रेस टू सपोर्ट यूक्रेन. कांग्रेस एम्बेसडर एंड सेक्रेटरी ऑफ स्टेट की अपॉइंटमेंट को भी कंफर्म करती है. So let's look closer who actually helped the Congress and President in carrying out foreign policy goals. It's Secretary of State. Currently, Antony Blinken as a Secretary of State serve कर रहे हैं. Secretary of State State Department के head होते हैं. He is also the chief advisor to the President. There are many governmental departments in USA, लेकिन जो mainly ये 3 departments हैं, President over the executive branch, Congress and Secretary of State. They are the dominant person, they are the dominant departments in creating and making foreign policy. Now, what are the goals, basic goals of American foreign policy? Let's start. The first is maintaining national security. According to this policy, they want to keep America safe from other countries is definitely the number one and the most prominent goal for them. Number 2 goal is spreading and supporting democracy. इस पॉलिसी के मुताबिक अमेरिका के फॉरेन पॉलिसी मेकर्स के मुताबिक दुनिया में बहुत सी हार्श गवर्नमेंट्स हैं, ऑटोक्रेटिक रूल है, डिक्टेटरशिप है. So they try to influence these countries and wants the power to be distributed among people. Number 3rd goal is promoting world peace. It's their foreign policy goal to keep peace around the world. Number 4th, establishing open trade. America is always looking out for its economic interest. ये यूएस गवर्नमेंट का एक अल्टीमेट जॉब है कि वो फ्री और ओपन ट्रेड को प्रमोट करे विद अदर इंटरनेशनल कंट्रीज. फॉर एग्जाम्पल देयर वाज अ एग्रीमेंट बिटवीन मैक्सिको, यूएसए एंड कनाडा नेम NAFTA. Number 5th and last goal is providing aid. United States also give largest amount of aid to foreign countries. For example, there was a aid called US aid जो पाकिस्तान में भी जिसने काफ़ी वेलफेयर वर्क किया है, not just in Pakistan, in Afghanistan, in many other African countries as well. Now come to the next subtopic, which I think is very interesting. Impacts of US foreign policy on its domestic policy. The first impact of US foreign policy on its domestic policy was fear of communism. Everyone is well known about the fear of communism in America till the disintegration of Soviet Union. इस fear ने American government को insist किया कि वो अपने citizens को investigate करे. इस worldwide conflict ने deeply impact किया domestic situation of America को. There is also a great movie named Trumbo जो कि डेमोन्स्ट्रेट करती है, इट डेमोन्स्ट्रेट दिस पैरानोआ दैट द गवर्नमेंट हैड अबाउट कम्युनिज्म। ट्रम्बो एक हॉलीवुड के स्क्रीन राइटर और डायरेक्टर थे जिन्हें अमेरिकन गवर्नमेंट ने अक्यूज़ किया कि इनके अमेरिकन कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी के साथ लिंक हैं। Number 2 is military industrial complex.
In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military industrial complex.
Every gun that is made, every warship launched, every rocket fired signifies, in the final sense, a theft from those who hunger and are not fed, those who are cold and are not clothed. This world in arms is not spending money alone. It is spending the sweat of its laborers, the genius of its scientists, the hopes of its children. The cost of one modern heavy bomber is this: a modern brick school in more than 30 cities. It is 2 electric power plants, each serving a town of 60,000 population. It is 2 fine, fully equipped hospitals. It is some 50 miles of concrete. We pay for a single fighter plane with 500,000 bushels of wheat. We pay for a single destroyer with new homes that could have housed more than 8,000 people.
We cannot keep giving more money to the Pentagon than it needs when millions of children in our country are food insecure, when 140 million Americans cannot afford the basic necessities of life without going into debt.
As you watch the video, it's an iron triangle, consists of Congress, Pentagon, and arm industry. Military industrial complex was sort of necessary and unnecessary type of thing for America. ये नेशनल सिक्योरिटी और पीस को प्रमोट करने के लिए इस्टेब्लिश की गई थी. But no one is able to stop this venture. Even the pro-faced pacifist Jimmy Carter was not able to stop the rampant growth of this venture. बहुत से US स्कॉलर इस मिलिट्री इंडस्ट्रियल कॉम्प्लेक्स को क्रिटिसाइज करते हैं. इनके मुताबिक दे आर नॉट लिविंग इन एन अमेरिकन सोसाइटी बट पेंटागोनाइज सोसाइटी because all policies of America controlled by Pentagon and these private industrial contractors. There are major companies in America, for example Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, and many more, which are responsible for expanding the Uncle Sam's Walmart. Now you all might be wondering कि डोमेस्टिक पॉलिसीज़ पर अमेरिकन फॉरेन पॉलिसी के इतने वर्स इफ़ेक्ट हैं तो ग्लोबली इसके क्या इफ़ेक्ट होंगे. ग्लोबली इसके एडवर्स इफ़ेक्ट हैं. अमेरिका एक्ट एज अ ग्लोबल माफिया. द नंबर 1 impact on globally is providing aid and exploiting third world countries. अमेरिका बहुत सी कंट्रीज़ को एड प्रोवाइड करता है, उन्हें इन्फ्लुएंस करता है ताकि इनके लोकल रिसोर्सेज को यूज़ कर सके, उसे एक्सप्लॉइट कर सके एंड पोजिशनिंग देयर ट्रूप्स देयर. इस एड स्ट्रेटजी ने हेल्प किया है अमेरिका को टू बिकम सोल सुपर पावर आफ्टर वर्ल्ड वॉर 2. इन पास्ट एक मार्शल प्लान था जिसमें अमेरिका ने यूरोपियन कंट्रीज़ को $13 बिलियन का एड प्रोवाइड किया ताकि यूरोपियन कंट्रीज़ अपने इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को रीबिल्ड कर सकें आफ्टर वर्ल्ड वॉर 2. You can see the graph that how many countries had gained aid from America. Pakistan is also in this graph. Pakistan has also gained aid from America, but after facing economic instability and economic degradation, now Pakistan don't want aid but trade. Number 2 impact is military industrial complex trend has transformed welfare states into warfare states. आप सब ने पास्ट डेकेड्स में नोटिस किया होगा that we have seen skyrocketing speed in defense budget. अगर कोई भी स्टेट एक पोटेंशियल कॉन्फ्लिक्ट में हो then it get beneficial for American arm industry. Most famous antagonistic countries like rivals are regular buyers of this industry. For example, Pakistan versus India, Greece versus Turkey, China versus Taiwan. And one more interesting thing, Pakistan has been the most loyal client to American industry. After 9/11, this notion, war on terror, ignited the security dilemma globally, and all countries started buying more and more weapons for safety. Number third impact, fear of communism led to many conflicts and intervention by United States of America. Containment एक foreign policy थी American during Cold War era, which was for stopping the spread of communism worldwide, जिसकी वजह से अमेरिका ने बहुत सी कंट्रीज रीजन में जंगें लड़ी, वहाँ इंटरवेंशन की, फॉर एग्जांपल वियतनाम, क्यूबा. It was just to stop communism. Number fourth and last impact is economic deterrence or economic weaponization by America. अमेरिका ने बहुत सी कंट्रीज को सैंक्शन किया है. USA and its allies put sanctions on Iraq to abandon its non-conventional weapon program. Currently, USA ने ईरान पर बहुत से sanctions लगाए हुए हैं, which have worsened humanitarian situation and have devastated the Iranian economy. बाज़ औक़ात ये काफ़ी अनक्लियर हो जाता है कि ये sanctions कंपेल करने के लिए हैं कंट्रीज़ को या उन्हें पनिश करने के लिए हैं. So these all subtopics and all explanations was related to American foreign policy model. In the end, I would say whether USA is a rock state, whether it had done atrocities in the name of peace, it had intervened in the name of spreading democracy, its capitalistic tactics has looted globally, but its supremacy is above all laws, and we all are living under the reflection of this supremacy, and there is no option left. Thank you so much for watching this video.